Chapter 18 Modals, Auxiliaries. Modals are auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs exist only in their helping forms. An auxiliary verb is a helping verb because it helps the principal verb. It cannot act alone as the main verb in a sentence. Read the following examples. Can you help me? May I have another cup of tea? Has he gone there? She might not have come. Can you explain this to me? Properties of modals. Modals are used to express some imaginary actions like a possibility, willingness, request, permission, power, or ability. These are always used with the main verbs. Always use to with used and ought. There is no effect of number, gender, and person of subject on the modals. Always remember, there are both single word modals and phrasal modals. The single word modals are can, could, may, might, must, shall, should, will, would. Phrasal modals include the following: be able to, be going to, had better, have to, be supposed to, have get to, ought to, used to. Read the following examples showing the usage of different modals. Uses of auxiliaries: certainty, will, shall. He says that profit will increase soon. They will win this match. I shall not need this book tomorrow. We shall be very tired after the trip. Intention: will, shall. I shall start tomorrow. I will go after the train leaves the station. Ability: can, could. She can solve her own problems. Can you swim across the river? Can you go there? I can lift this stone. Lena could talk when she was 11 months old. Possibility: may, might. We may overcome this problem. You may move now. It may rain tomorrow. May you live long. May God bless you, son. They might give us a heavy discount on it. You might pay a little more attention to your studies. Permission: may, might, can, could. May I go home now? Might I borrow your car? Can I sit here? Could you lend me some money? Obligation: should, must, have to, ought to. We should check everything again. He must see a doctor before his cough gets worse. You have to finish this chapter before you go out. You ought to make proper arrangements for the meeting. Let's recapitulate. Modals are also called auxiliaries or helping verbs because they help the main verbs. They can't stay alone in a sentence. Examples: I can perform on the stage. May I help you? Could you go there? They will win the match. Modals are used to express some imaginary actions like a possibility, willingness, request, permission, power, or ability. They are always used with the main verbs. Always use to with used and ought as. He used to go to the temple early in the morning. You ought to obey your parents. Modals remain the same, are not changed with the change of gender and person of the subject, as I can do it easily, they can do it easily, she can do it easily. Kinds of modals: single word modals: can, could, may, might, must, shall, should, will, would. Phrasal modals: be able to, be going to, had better, have to be, supposed to, have get to, used to, ought to. Uses of some modals: certainty, will, shall. They will win the match. His profit will decline. Intention: will, Shall. I shall start my own business soon. Ability. Can. Could. Can you finish it all by yourself? He can lift the box easily. Possibility. May. Might. You may go now. May God bless him. You might work more carefully. Permission. May. Might. May I leave now? Might I borrow your mobile? Obligation. Should. Must. Have to. Ought to. We should be careful while driving. You ought to look after your parents. I have to finish the assignment before I go.